Well, De'Aaron Fox is a San Antonio Spur, pairing him and the alien Victor Wembanyama in San Antonio for the foreseeable future. Now, De'Aaron Fox, yes, is he eligible to get paid this offseason? Yes, he is. Will he get paid? Most likely. San Antonio trades 2 to 3 first-round picks. I'm actually going to pull up the trade on my phone. So to talk over it, the Spurs get De'Aaron Fox, Jordan McLaughlin. Kings receive Zach LaVine, Sidi Kosoko, 3 first-round picks, 2025 Charlotte, 2027 San Antonio, and 2031 Minnesota, and 3 second-round picks. The Bulls receive Zach Collins, Trey Jones, Kevin Huerter, and their own 2025 pick back from the Spurs. So pretty much the Spurs are giving away their first 2020-31 Minnesota and the 2025 pick via back to Chicago. Let's talk about it. Starting off the San Antonio Spurs, I'm going to grade them a B+. You receive De'Aaron Fox, who they think is going to be their front runner, their guard of the future, their cornerstone next to Victor Wembanyama. Also, obviously, Victor is going to be the Spur for life. You don't trade a generational talent unless you're the Dallas Mavericks and you think, AD is going to move the needle. But we're not going to talk about that. We talked about that yesterday. If you want to look at the Luka Doncic trade, check it out in the description. But let's talk about the San Antonio Spurs. They get De'Aaron Fox, their point guard of the future. And they get to keep Keldon Johnson. They get to keep Devin Vassell. They get to keep all these Stephon Castle, all these young guards you thought was going to be in the trade if De'Aaron Fox was acquired. No. Zach Collins, Trey Jones, 3 first-round picks, or 3, second round, whatever. Definitely at least 3 first-round picks they're giving up. The most desirable, I would say, is 2031 Minnesota. You don't know where Anthony Edwards will be in 2031. Minnesota's already struggling with Anthony Edwards. I don't know. Ant might not be there in 2031. That's probably the most desirable pick, and Chicago gets their own pick back. San Antonio, I'll give you a B+. I don't think it moves the needle. I don't think you're a championship contender right away. De'Aaron Fox, Devin Vassell, Keldon Johnson, Stephon Castle, Jeremy Sohan, and Victor Wembanyama. That's not a championship caliber team. Victor can elevate, I would say, any team to be championship caliber, but De'Aaron Fox didn't win shit in Sacramento. He did bring them to a playoff berth. Didn't even win a playoff series against the Warriors 2022, 2023. I think it was 2023. I do think they are one piece away from being in title contention. I think that they can, either keep building up their young guards and develop them is what San Antonio does best, is developing young stars. I think that they continue to do that. Then Devin Vassell could be a third piece to a championship level team. De'Aaron Fox does need to elevate his game. Chris Paul, I think, will help De'Aaron Fox a lot. Especially De'Aaron's a great passer, and I think Chris Paul will elevate that even more. So if I'm going to stick with San Antonio, I'm going to give them a B+. I think Fox Wemby will be fun. I don't think they're going to win this season. I'm going to predict, and I'm going to come back to this, I'm going to predict they win a playoff series this year. So I guess it'll be a success if they win a playoff series. I'm going to predict, yes, it's probably going to be even with whoever they play. They'll probably be like a, 6 to 8 seed if they make it in the Western Conference. So I'm going to book that. But I think that they may not be done this offseason. Maybe they'll move off from Keldon Johnson. Maybe they'll move off from Jeremy Sohan and they'll add another star next to Fox and Wemby, or, through the draft, whatever. But they got a lot of young pieces. Of course, they have Pop when he comes back, if he comes back. And, of course, they have generational Victor Wembanyama. I'm going to go to the Chicago Bulls because I think the Kings are the best to talk about. I'm going to say that to the very end. Chicago. You get rid of Zach LaVine, and the best thing you get back is your own first-round pick this season. Now, you're a crappy team. I understand. You're going to be pretty much a lottery pick. So that pick will be valuable, especially in this draft. Maybe it falls in the top 10, maybe even top 5. You continue to tank. But I don't think Chicago's done. I think they're going to get rid of Nikola Vucevic. I mean, he's at his peak value. You might as well go trade him to Phoenix. Might as well go trade him to Golden State. The Los Angeles Lakers are looking for a center as well. I think Vucevic is a great fit for any of those 3 teams, really. Probably not Phoenix because they got Nick Richards, but talk about Zach Collins, just a cap space filler, obviously, for Zach LaVine's contract. Trey Jones could be a nice piece for you, even though you have Lonzo Ball, you have Josh Giddey, you have Kobe White, you have Ayo Dosunmu. A lot of guard play there, kind of hurts. But yeah, the first round pick, I would say, I think they got another piece on. Oh, Kevin Huerter, who's just another guard forward who can shoot the 3. He's been really bad this year in Sacramento. Really pretty bad the last couple of years, honestly. So I think that first round pick is going to be valuable, obviously. For Zach LaVine, I would hope, I don't know. It's tough because it's a big contract, not a great player. A good player, not a great player. So let's talk about the Sacramento Kings. You get a haul of picks for De'Aaron Fox. 3 first-round picks and Zach LaVine, who you honestly might have to attach your first-round pick to get rid of his contract next season if he doesn't play as well. But I don't know. I think he's going to be great. for the Kings and what he needs them to do. Obviously, he doesn't need to be the number one option. Sabonis, they said Malik Monk is going to be elevated in his presence and his role there. So it'll be Malik Monk, Zach LaVine, De'Aaron Fox, Keegan Murray, Domantas Sabonis, DeRozan, and LaVine get to play with each other again. So I don't know. You may even get first-round picks for Zach LaVine. You never know. The Bulls got one. So if that's what you're balancing your trade off of. So next season, I don't think Zach LaVine will be a Sacramento King. Whether he gets, I don't know what his contract is looking like. I know he gets paid a lot, but I don't know how many more years are on his contract. So it looks like he may be traded from Sacramento to another place, maybe Golden State, Los Angeles. We'll see. I don't know. Those are just names that are being thrown out right now in his market. So I think you could see another title contender going out and trying to get Zach LaVine, because Sacramento, you're not a title contender. You probably should reset, completely rebuild, get rid of Zach, get rid of DeMar, get rid of Sabonis. Probably not Sabonis. I don't know. I love Sabonis. What do you guys think down below? But I'm rambling here. It's been a crazy trade deadline. With 24 hours, Luka Doncic gets traded to the Lakers, AD to the Mavs, Fox gets traded to the Spurs, LaVine to the Kings. The Bulls get their first-round pick back. I mean, if you're a Bulls fan, you're kind of like heated right now. You only get one first-round pick for Zach LaVine, but whatever. But if you're a Kings fan, 3 first-round picks, especially the one in 2031, I think is going to be an amazing pick. They get 2031 Minnesota. They're getting 2027 San Antonio Spurs and 2025 Charlotte Hornets lottery protected. So that's probably not going to be their pick. But you also get Zach LaVine, who's another tradable asset. If you trade him to a title contender next season, like I'm talking about, or maybe you go out and get an even better player and you attach first-round picks with Zach LaVine's contract to get, whatever, a LaMelo Ball-esque player, somebody who's young and can elevate your franchise. But you had that in De'Aaron Fox, you had it in Tyrese Halliburton. They trade them both away. Kind of crazy. So I'm going to give the Kings, I'm going to give them an A. I think it was a great trade for them. Obviously, getting their cornerstone franchise player, De'Aaron Fox, who brought them their only playoff berth since, 2000, something like that. So you get Zach LaVine in return, 3 first-round picks. I don't absolutely hate the deal. I think the San Antonio Spurs, B+, A for the Kings, and I'm going to go a C- for the Bulls. Obviously, you get off of Zach LaVine's contract, you get your first-round pick back, so your fate is in your hands. Whether you tank, you do good, you're going to get your first-round pick. So that's my ramble session. It was only about 7 minutes, but if you guys like this style of content, I'm going to be doing this twice a week, every single week in 2025, starting in February. My name's Cam. I really appreciate if you guys would like, comment, and subscribe. Especially if you comment, bro. I'm gonna answer that within 30 seconds. I got notifications on my phone. So peace, boys. Peace.